All right, and as one week ends, so another week begins. Fridays are actually pretty easy days for me. It's just live streaming, and that's it as far as the official like video stuff and everything. I got a couple feelers for through Fiverr. Um, which one of which I'm actually kind of really interested in. It's this it's actually um a a a, movie it's actually a student a film student who's looking at doing a production for I think for a class over in England. He looked through my stuff, liked what he saw, particularly apparently the public announcement type video, the me standing in front of like a courthouse with a podium and a suit and everything. He really liked that, and he looked through all the stuff that I've done with that, and he's like, I kind of might have a spot for you in a student film if you'd be up for it. And of course, I'm like, well, sure, send me the script and we'll see what we can do. That'd be great. It's not the first time that I've been in a student film or something like that. One of them that was a student animation film where they wanted me to do a few lines as Barford Weston Kensington III, and basically playing a character there. It was only a few lines because again, it was a student film. It was very, very short. I've done stuff for the briefcase of Judas Prudence. I was the evil mayor for kind of an online promotion type thing for their books. And I do believe they're actually in the process of making a DVD featuring that character and stuff. And again, I'm reprising the role. I've already recorded, I think, 3 or 4 short videos for that to be kind of interspliced in the story. Kind of news type stuff, like, okay, well, now we're going to the mayor and his office and stuff like that. So yeah, there was another one that was real interesting that was like, basically it was kind of a choose your own adventure type thing, but for somebody's class. And I was playing one of the characters that could be chosen from, so the professor had me record, 3 or 4 different videos, basically, so, okay, if they choose this path, they'll see what you have to say and stuff like that. Again, a political figure, which is kind of weird, but all right, whatever. So yeah, that's one of those interesting sides of Fiverr. Now, with the lack of sleep that has been continuing on, like not getting to sleep till 7 o'clock in the morning, and then getting up at noon in order to do the live stream today. I didn't do any exercising today, but I thought about it, and I've decided that I'm actually going to exercise from Sunday to Thursday, because I didn't want to get up and do the exercising and do half an hour of cardio on no sleep, because lack of sleep already puts a lot of strain on your cardiovascular system, and I didn't want to exacerbate that. I've seen what can happen with like 3 weeks without sleep. I had a manager at one of my jobs one time that he didn't sleep for a month and wound up having a heart attack because of that. That was the direct cause, they said, was his heart was not able to hold that month-long being on full go. You know, when you sleep, your heart slows down, your breathing slows down, all of these things slow down, and it gives your heart and your lungs and stuff a chance to to rest and recuperate. So I didn't want to exercise without having that. So I think I'm going to start exercising Sunday through Thursday, the same days that I record videos for YouTube. So, but other than that, Fridays, it's been a pretty easy day. I mean, hell, one of the things because I was awake at 4:30 in the morning, I just went up and did the grocery shopping that I needed to do. Needed eggs and stuff, so I'm just like, yeah, well, hey, we have a 24-hour store. I'm going. But yeah, I think tomorrow I may try doing a test broadcast to see what my computer can handle as far as outputting to Twitch and stuff like that, and see if I can do 1080p 60 frames per second at 5 megabits per second bit rate. But we're going to test that before we try and do it live and see how it goes. So, welcome back to another week. Well, it's Saturday evening, and I'm actually remembering to record something for today. So there's actually going to be a full 7 parts to this week's deep dive. Yay! I'm not a complete and utter piece of shit. I went ahead and did the tests. It looks like we should be good to go. It should be pretty good as far as doing a 1080p 60 frames per second, 5 megabits per second stream. I didn't do a public stream. I didn't do anything that was watchable. I just did a test stream, and everything was, everything was stable. There were a few dips here and there as far as the bit rate, but nothing below 4 megabits per second, which Twitch's analyzing system says everything's stable. There were no unstable sections. OBS a couple times was like, hey, we're taking a lot to render here, so maybe you want to back down some of your settings. But then it promptly disappeared, and that was actually while playing Borderlands 2. Now, I did record it so that I can kind of look back and see what things look like as far as what it was showing and stuff like that, what it was recording, what it was broadcasting. I don't know if I'm going to do a 1080p 60 frames per second live stream often. I may not. I may stick with 720p 60 frames per second, 5 megabits. That seems to be stable and good and just really, really solid. I might try it a couple times after we're done with... It'll probably won't be till after we're done with Shadowrun Returns. But if I can do a really good, a really action-packed stream, that would be awesome. But at the same time, I don't want to try for something really epic and have it just kind of stuttery. I also realized today that I almost forgot to edit and put up last week's deep dive. So that is currently rendering and going to be going up and going public probably sometime whenever it gets done rendering. I'm just going to put it up and it's going public right away. As far as YouTube goes, they're still saying not advertiser friendly for some of the weirdest stuff. Like the games where I'm shooting things and stuff like that, like Drake and Sang Online. I'm going around and killing things with a flintlock pistol. That one suitable for all advertisers. The Love and Death Bitten finale is not suitable for all advertisers, according to their system, even though there's nothing in it that... There's no violence or anything in it, other than, like, a vampire biting on somebody's neck and then disappearing. That's it. the Rise of the Dragon, there's an action scene where literally the character melts several times. That, I don't know, perfectly fine. They pick the weirdest things to say are not advertiser friendly. But it does seem like their automated program is getting a little bit better. Not massively better, but a little bit. So that's good, I think. All right, and it is Sunday evening. Actually, Sunday afternoon. Sorry, Sunday afternoon. And amazingly enough, I have all of my work done, which feels fantastic. It feels wonderful. Been working pretty hard today. Got 4 videos recorded, 4 videos edited. 3 out of the 4 are now rendered, and just waiting on the 4th one to finish up. That being said, I also upped my exercise game so that I'm exercising for a full hour on the exercise bike, burning about 1,000 calories and going 23.5 miles per hour for a full hour. I did some research as far as what my ideal heart cardiovascular heart rate is, and I should be somewhere between 106 to 126, I think, which I'm hitting for that full hour, so that's nice. Got done with that, and I was hungry at that point. I was really hungry, because I had nothing at all, so I got me a big old bowl of oatmeal, which was like, I swear, after exercising, and the first thing you eat after exercising, and first thing you have, first thing in the morning after exercising, is the best tasting thing ever. I had a big bowl of oatmeal, and like a tablespoon of honey, and I think a pat of butter, and that was, it was the best tasting thing ever. Now, one of the things that's been happening today, actually the past couple days, is the whole Donald Trump versus the NFL. And him making disparaging remarks and tweets and stuff about how, anybody who doesn't stand for the national anthem, anybody who takes a knee, anybody who sits, anybody who doesn't respect our country and our flag and our anthem should be fired, it's concerning for a few different reasons, for a few different things. First off is any leader of a country that says you have a constitutional right to do this, but if you do it, you should lose your livelihood. If you don't show your patriotism by standing for this, by doing what I think you should do, you should lose your livelihood. That is borderline dictatorship. And it's borderline acceptable dictatorship, because there are people out there who will say, yes, everybody should stand for a person should stand for the national anthem no matter what. No matter if they have a problem with the way the one country is going, no matter if they have a problem with anything in the country, you don't disrespect our flag, you don't disrespect the national anthem, you don't, you show your patriotism or else. That is I hate making the comparison between the two, but that is one of those things that, yeah, this is the type of thing that Hitler did. This is the type of thing that Kim Jong-un did. This is the type of thing that Stalin did. This is the type of thing that Mussolini did. This is the type of thing that dictators do. Is sit there and say, you respect our nation. If you don't respect our nation, if you don't do what we say you should do to respect our nation, then you're going to have a really bad time. Now, the second thing that concerns me as far as this whole debacle is this is kind of classic Trump to pick a meaningless bullshit argument, a bullshit situation, and fight tooth and nail for it. This is classic Trump, and the real question comes down to why? What is he distracting from? We know for a fact, people have noticed time and time again that yes, he uses these type of tactics to distract away from a problem area, distract from something that he did that he is having to backtrack on, or distract from something that he doesn't want in the papers. He doesn't want it in the papers. He doesn't want it trending on Twitter. He doesn't want people to notice when he's backtracking on something. So what is he using the NFL argument to distract away from? And why do we keep letting him do it? That's the other really major thing for me is we know that he does this. We know that this is how he operates. We know that this is a distraction tactic. But what is he distracting from, and why do we keep letting him do it? We fall for this trap every single blessed time. Everybody is just take a knee, take the knee, boom, 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 boom. NFL, Donald Trump, that's all that people are talking about. It's like, what is he doing that he doesn't want us to see? What is he backtracking from? Is he backing down on statements that he has made as far as Iran and North Korea? Is he backing? Is he trying to distract away from the fact that the likelihood of his repeal and replace of Obamacare isn't going to happen again? What is it that he's distracting away from? And actually, that's a good point with just real quick thing as far as the repeal and replace of Obamacare. And a lot of people are confused about one thing, and that's what John McCain is doing. If you're not familiar with the situation, here's kind of the cliff notes. The issue came up in the Senate as far as should we do anything, should we talk about and vote on repeal and replace of Obamacare. And John McCain pushed for it, and John McCain voted yes. Yes, we should deal with this. We should take a vote and decide on the real repeal and replace of Obamacare. And then he has shot down every single repeal and replace, even just repeal ideas that have come up, he has voted no on. And this confuses people because they're like, wait, you wanted to go for this, you wanted to bring it up to a vote, and now you're voting no. Well, just because he said he wanted to bring it up for a vote doesn't mean that he was going to vote yes. It's one of those situations where do it now, take care of it, get it off the table. Get it fully rejected so that they give up on it. Otherwise, Trump and all of his supporters are going to have more of an opportunity to push the senators and trying to convince them to come over to his side, make bullshit promises that they aren't going to keep in order to get this done. And that's what McCain did, is said, no, we're not putting this off until you can gain enough support. We are dealing with this right here, right now. Bring up the bill, bring it to a vote, shoot it down, and start from scratch. Let's start all over again. That's all he did. People are so confused because they think he's flip-flopping. They think, well, he's in favor of voting for it, but now he's not in favor of it. He just wanted to get the issue taken care of so that you can move, so that the Senate can move on to other things. And it's really difficult to move on to something else when that is still kind of lingering in the background of we could screw everybody over, and we will screw everybody over if you don't play ball with us on this.
And all he wanted, and like I said, all he wanted to do was get it off the table and get it done with. So that's my Sunday and my very rare political rant. So hope you guys had a great weekend. Looking forward to Monday, another day of exercise, another day of recording, and continuing on with Shadowrun Returns, breaking into the Universal Brotherhood and seeing what they have down in the basement. Alright, it is Monday, and just tried to do a live stream. Did it kind of, sort of, but not really. Because of the test that I did on Saturday, I forgot that I had turned off the game capture that was set specifically to capture Shadowrun Returns. So for like half the stream, you couldn't see the game. You could hear what I was saying. You could hear what I was basically doing. I was reading the text and everything that came up for character dialogue and stuff like that, but you couldn't see anything, which is dumb. Which was a really bad. That was just not good. And then at the end of the stream, right when I was kind of thinking, well, do I continue on and go into the Matrix, or do I call it for the day? The internet cut out. I'm not sure how many signs I need that, hey, you know, maybe streaming today just isn't going to happen. But I got a few of them, and yeah, so. Good thing is did the stream, and it is up and everything like that. It is still up on Twitch. Bad thing is things did not go exactly according to plan. They kind of went bad. So yeah, there was that, and that was fun, let me tell you. But I mean, it's these things happen. I'm done for the day. I'm kind of thankful that I'm done for the day. I got plenty of sleep last night. I don't know why I would be tired or just kind of blah and just, I mean, other than the weather, which is still oppressively hot and will be tomorrow, but then I think Wednesday we're supposed to get a break. It's supposed to be cooler. It's supposed to be nicer. It's supposed to be down high. It's supposed to be like 79, which is great. Yeah, just gotta make sure that, try and help make sure that everything is set properly before you go. It'd be a huge help. I mean, I actually got a little bit of a late start recording today as well, so my day's been a little bit later than I would have liked. Not like horribly late, not like, oh, I'm behind by hours and hours, but I'm not where I would like to be as far as time-wise and everything. Yeah, fun. Alright, and good afternoon, everybody. It's Tuesday, which means basically halfway through my normal work week. It's actually been a pretty good day. I mean, got my exercise done. Started to really feel it today. Kind of nailing out what I want to do as far as diet and stuff like that. And then just recording videos. Nothing real super stellar. At least until a little while ago when I realized something. I'd noticed that somebody had made a couple tweets earlier today talking about, oh, well, they're not allowed to have, they're not allowed to have friends that are guys. They're not allowed to have friends and stuff like that. And I had a feeling I knew what the issue was and what the situation was, but it's not my place to step in and say, hey, look, this is what's going on. Well, since then, that person has blocked me on Twitter. So I get the feeling that said person's significant other said, I don't want you being friends with this guy. I don't know why. I don't know what happened. I Got no information whatsoever on any of it. Other than, I'm now blocked blocked on Twitter, at least. And it's just the stupidest fucking thing a person can do. And let me explain something. I've seen this several times. I've seen a lot of people go through this. I have gone through it myself. It's essentially emotional terrorism. It is emotional terrorism. It is emotional hostage taking, basically. This is the point where somebody says, you can't be friends with this person or this type of person because I see them as a threat. Whether that threat is actually there or not is immaterial. I don't want you talking to this person because they see them as a threat to their relationship. Never mind the fact that a healthy relationship requires communication and trust. This is the exact opposite. This is, no, you don't talk to that person, period, because I feel threatened. And it never ends well. It never ends well. Mostly because it goes on to the point where this person is not allowed to talk to anybody that, all of a sudden it's going to be, well, if he hears anybody criticize him, well, you're not allowed to talk to that person either. You're not allowed to be friends with that person. Anybody that he sees as being a threat, you're not allowed to talk to. And it only gets worse. It only gets worse. What happens when one of your friends says, wow, that's really, that entire situation is really fucked up? Okay, well, now if he finds out about that, well, now you're no longer allowed to talk to your best friend anymore because she criticized him. You're not allowed to do this. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to do a lot of things because he doesn't approve. That's not a trusting relationship. That's not a loving relationship. That's bullshit. That is, the person is playing with your emotions because of their insecurity. They are holding your relationship hostage until you do exactly what they want, no questions asked. You're giving up your freedom because you think that this is the right thing to do, and it's not. That is the worst thing you could possibly do. You are caving in to somebody's demands. You don't do that. Like I said, I've seen it plenty of times. I've been through it myself. Yes, I know it's difficult to do, but you can't allow yourself to be bossed around. You can't allow somebody to decide who you are allowed to talk to, who you're allowed to be friends with. At this point, honestly, I'm not sure who to be more angry and disappointed at. The person making the demands or the person giving in to the demands. The person making the demands is mean-spirited. They are controlling. They are abusive. They are emotionally abusive. But at the same time, the person who's giving into it is weak. They are weak. They are willing to be walked over. They are willing to be abused. They are willing to have somebody play with their emotions who is supposed to be the person that loves them and supports them, and the person that's supposed to be there for them is the one that's making demands and saying you have to do what I tell you to do. That's not a relationship. That is not a healthy relationship. I don't know what's going to come of it. Probably nothing. At this point, I'm kind of whatever. Honestly, whatever. It's not my choice. It's not my decision. It's not I have nothing to do with it. That's on these people. If they want that type of relationship where one person's in control and one person isn't, where one person has all the power, hey, it's up to you. It's your life. I would advise against it because that is the worst situation, one of the worst situations you can be in. But, like I said, not my life, not my situation. As far as everything's concerned there, I am officially out. And honestly, if that's the type of situation it's going to be, I'm kind of glad to be out. Okay, and it is Wednesday. Losing track of days here, damn. It's Wednesday. Just got done recording the Sierra Saturday stuff. Not really sure when this one's going up, but yeah, so finished off Rise of the Dragon. I do like that game, but at the same time, it's a little iffy because it's almost like they tried to say, okay, well, we're gonna do an adventure game, a graphic adventure game, but we're also gonna do but we also want it to be like a little bit of an action game and a little bit of this, and I don't know, it just seemed really, really short and really, really quick. I haven't played that one in a while, but yeah, it did. It seemed really quick and really just, sure, there's ways to goof up and there's ways to screw up, but that's about it, but not many, and it's not like there's a whole lot going on story-wise. It's kind of like, okay, well, hey, there's this bad thing, and do a little bit of research in the bad thing, and okay, well, you've got the research, present the research, okay. Oh, by the way, there's some prophecy that tells you that you're going to, you're gonna save the world, you're gonna save the world, you're gonna save humanity. It's like, wait, what? Anyway, so that's done for today. Got a live stream coming up this afternoon. It's gonna be kind of a redo, because yeah, we broke into the Universal Brotherhood on Monday, but due to a lot of errors, one error of mine and the internet screwing up and stuff like that, that really prevented that. I mean, I look back at what was there, and it's just like, it's crap. It's just god awful crap. So that's gonna change. That's basically, we're gonna go back through that, I think, and provided that the internet actually stays up, we're gonna go back through the basement in the Universal Brotherhood, and we're actually gonna talk to Baron Somni and find out what he has going on for us. Yeah, it sets us back a little bit, but it's one of those things where it's like, what do you do? I mean, it was really kind of unusable stuff, and I didn't like the way that happened, so I'm going to go ahead and basically call a redo on it. Thankfully, the save file should still be there. I hope. I guess we'll find out. In other news, it is much nicer today. It was actually like really nice and cool this morning, which means, good or bad, I get to mow the yard probably tonight, provided that I'm still awake. I don't know. I went to bed at like about 8:30, maybe 9ish, and I woke up at like 12:30 and was just, I've been awake since. That was about 12 hours ago, now that I think about it. Now I'm yawning. It's like, no. Need to get up, do stuff, go to the store real quick, get a couple things, have some breakfast, all that good shit. So, yeah. Fun. Alright, and it is Thursday, which means, yay, we've done it, we've made it through. Okay, just now uploading all of my videos for the weekend, the Friday, or the game videos at least.
This, obviously, I am not uploading because I'm recording it. So yeah, recorded my 2 videos. It's also the last day for my exercising for a couple days, which means I went ahead and kind of kicked it up a little bit, doing a few short spurts of much more aggressive, much more effort spurts. And I realized something when I was recording the Slime Rancher for Sunday. I realized something. I realized that with open-ended games like that, you really need to set a goal. Like last week, the goal was to the main goal was to earn enough to open up the science lab, which we did. And this one was get enough money and everything together to get enough money and stuff together and get a slime key so that we can open the moss blanket, which again we do. We also open up, I think we pretty much have opened up everything in the ranch now, including the docks, which is just a cute fun little place, great for puddle plorts. Or puddle slimes, rather. Puddle slimes. You collect the plorts. So yeah, that'll be up Sunday. Now, also do One Shot, which is turning out to be a very, very weird game, because it, leaves little things in your document folder that you have to go and find in order to solve stuff. And yeah, it's becoming kind of eerie, really. But yeah, I mean, everything's uploading, everything's done for the week. You may have noticed I'm in bib overalls because I also had to mow the front yard. That was getting pretty long and unruly. And with the 90-degree weather the past several days, there was no way I was going to go out and do it then. But 77-degree weather? Oh yeah, I can go out and mow in 77. That's no problem. But other than that, I mean, it's just been a day. Tomorrow need to help take a van over to basically to a recycling place. And do that. Need to make sure the van's cleared out first. Need to take a trip up about half an hour north of here, to a little town and check up on my uncle's place. Probably start kind of going through some of the old stuff that's up, particularly stuff that's up in the attic, because there's still stuff from my grandparents that are up in the attic there, and I don't know if he's got somebody that usually comes over to mow his lawn or what, or if I need to go up and take care of that as well. That's going to be just kind of wait and see, so. But yeah. Now, I have gotten a couple people that have posted something, and request and asked something basically on some of my Twitter posts and some of my Facebook posts and stuff like that, that they've seen as far as the whole, well, this friend that apparently is no longer a friend that blocked you on Twitter and stuff, well, maybe that was their, you can't hold it against them. Maybe somebody forced them to. It's like, okay, number one, if somebody forced them to, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do because they're accepting somebody making that decision for them. If it was their decision, even if somebody told them to do it, it's their decision to do it. And the thing that has me the most really kind of pissed off and disappointed is the fact that I got no warning. I got no message. It was just, nope, you're blocked. It's just suddenly, I couldn't see any of their posts on Twitter. And I'm like, wait, I thought that person posted something earlier today. I'm looking, oh, I'm blocked. Well, that's nice. So yeah, basically that's kind of what that's the whole deal. It's just that whole didn't say anything, didn't mention anything, just did it type thing. And it's like, okay, yeah. Somebody like that, you burn the bridge, I'm gonna pour gas on it. You drop the bomb, I'm gonna scorch the earth. Because honestly, I have so much better stuff to do and so much other stuff going on that I don't need to worry about shit like that. So if that person happens to be watching this, which I doubt it, but if so, yeah, hope you enjoy your life and fuck off. But yeah, so as it's Thursday, that also means that we have come to the end of our time together for this week. Week's had a lot of ups and downs, as you can tell. Mostly, I think it's been a pretty decent week. Got plenty of done, got plenty of ideas, doing more scheduling and stuff so that I can really just keep track of everything and be just that much more productive. So hopefully next week you'll see some newer stuff coming out, some more varied stuff. And yeah, that's about all I've got for right now. So as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Cheerio!